Good morning, students. I welcome you in the class of English. Myself Kamalnath, and I am teaching you English. Here you can see in the picture, it is obviously the beginning of a new chapter, Unit 7, Night Witches. This is the story based on a true story, and that is written by Megan Garber. This is the first video, and I am going to explain the beginning part of the story, what was in the story. First of all, like other videos, I will give you the introduction of the writer, some of her other works, important works. So let us see here what is about Megan Garber. You can see here the picture on the screen. This is what Megan Garber. Megan Garber is a staff writer at the Atlantic, focusing on technology, culture, and the intersection between the two. She has written about everything from the history of applause to the future of space travel for theatlantic.com, theatlantic.com, and the magazine. Let us see here some more information about her. Megan Garber was formerly a media reporter for Harvard's Nieman Journalism Lab and a media critic for the Columbia Journalism Review, serving as founding editor for the website's News Innovation section. She is the recipient of a Mirror Award for Excellence in Media Reporting. Garber holds a master's in journalism from Columbia, where she was later an adjunct professor. This is what a short introduction and information that is here what I have shared you. Hope that you will write this one in your copy and you will learn. Here we will proceed now towards the very beginning part of the story. As the story is no doubt in several pages, so let me see here in what part just I would be able to conclude today. Let us see what is about this word, Night Witches. Actually the title is very surprising and even somewhat very thrilling. What is Night Witches? Witches word you know very well what is witches, and Night Witches, why the title is given of this story, that is something we all will come to know in the later part of the story. Okay, so here in the beginning part, let me tell here, this story is based, the background of the story is the World War II, Second World War. So it was the spring of 1943, at the height of World War II. This was at no doubt the peak of World War II. Two pilots, members of the Soviet Air Force, were flying their planes. Polikarpov PO-2, that was what the name of the plane. You can see here, that was here already shown to you. So you have seen here in the picture here, that one. Polikarpov PO-2 biplanes built mainly of plywood and canvas. Okay, and very well you can understand only. The plane was built up mainly of plywood and canvas over Soviet, and it was just flying over Soviet railway junction. Their passage was on its way to being a routine patrol. These here plane were flying just only as a routine here work, routine duty to check here the area if everything was okay or was there any trouble during the World War. Until the pilots found themselves confronted by a collection of German bombers. And that was the time when they were in the routine time of patrolling. They saw the pilots here found themselves here confronted by collection of German bombers. 42 of them. They were 42. The pilots did what anyone piloting a plane made of plywood would do when confronted with enemy craft and enemy fire. And what was the need required here moment and action to be taken by the fighters, by the pilots? That was done. The Soviet Union pilots knew that their plane was weak, thin. It was really flimsiness. There was flimsiness in the construction of the plane. It was made of plywood, and so they had to take an action when they saw the German fighters. They were facing the German fighters. They ducked and they sent their planes into dives. They came down only. They started flying downwards, okay, and they were now diving here to really protect themselves, returning the fire directly into the center of the German formation. And they no doubt fired. The tiny planes, flimsiness was in some ways an asset. No doubt the plane was tiny. Policarpo PO2 was a very tiny, very small airplane. And due to its weaknesses, as the construction was weak, it was thin and weak, it was some way, it was no doubt a positive aspect that time for the plane. Their maximum speed was lower than the stall speed of the Nazi planes. Means the speed of that time, the speed of plane was here like a stall speed of Nazi planes. That means they could really turn and dive in any direction. Their planes, their speed was so less that they could dive and they could turn and they could handle the speed and they could turn the plane in any direction at that time. Meaning is what that the pilots could maneuver their craft with much more agility than their attackers. Means the pilots, the Soviet Union pilots could control, very easily could control their planes but much more easily than the attackers' plane. Attackers' plane means Germans' planes were just in a greater just speed, higher speed. The outbombered Soviet downed 2 Nazi planes before one of their own lost its wing to enemy fire. Before they lost the wing of their plane by the enemy fire, they were able to down 2 Nazi planes, okay, with their fire. The pilot bailed out, landing finally in a field. But pilot was safely here, able to safely land in a field. Finally, the people on the ground who had witnessed the skirmish rushed over to help the stranded pilot. The people, those who were watching all these activities in the sky, they rushed. They were witness there. They rushed towards the plane. They offered alcohol. They offered the pilots alcohol, but the offer was refused. The pilots who were offered alcohol, they refused to take that. As the pilot would later recall, nobody could understand why the brave lad who had taken on a Nazi squadron would not drink vodka. Vodka is a brand of alcohol only that is made in Russia. So here they could really later on remembered what was the problem, what was the reason that the Soviet Union pilots, fighters, those who were able, those brave lad who were taken on, means they downed the 2 Nazi squadron. Why didn't they take the vodka? That was a question. The brave lad had refused the vodka. It turned out because the brave lad was not a lad at all. Why did that lad refuse the vodka? Why did the pilots refuse the vodka, the alcohol to take? Because later on they came to know that they were not lad. They were not lad means they were not boy. They were lady fighter, female fighters. And so they refused to take vodka. This was what here, that today's part of the story that I have explained you. Later part, next part of the story of Night Witch, which is I will share you in the next video. Till then, you learn all the hard words, new words given in your book. And no doubt, you go through the story as many times as possible until you understand it very well. So thank you, student. See you once again here in the next video. Thank you.